the seer can't be seen. Just like you can't see your rise, you can't see who you really are because you're the seer. And you see stories that arise about who you are. But those stories can never be you because you're actually seeing the story. You are the awareness and behind life. And when we start to notice that we're not really seeing ourselves, we're just seeing a story about who we think that we are. We think that we're not good enough. We think that we're procrastinator. We think that we made a mistake. We think that we're unworthy. But it's like, that can't be you because you're the seer and you're seeing the story. And when you start to notice that you're seeing a story about yourself and that story is not real and that's not who you really are, you see that you're free and that you can be liberated at any moment because that story can change in any moment. It's not solid. It's a figment of our imagination. It's something that we've been holding on to. And when you let it go, you see who you really are. And so what we see happening in our experience is that people are misidentifying who they are. They think that they're the story and they're not noticing that they're the one watching the story. They think that they're the movie and not noticing that they're the movie screen. And with this misidentification, we don't recognize that we're actually creating how we see ourselves. We're creating our experience of who we think that we are because who we really are never changes. But how we experience ourselves changes because when the story changes, how we experience ourselves changes. When we change how we see ourselves, the way that we experience who we think that we are changes. At the end of the day, your awareness is still going to be there, but the thing that you're aware of will change, and that's how we create. We are creating ourselves in every moment. It's not someone out there, it's not me out there, it's me right here, and I'm creating how I see myself in every moment. And yes, how we see ourselves has been molded by our parents and by society, but since who you think you are is just a story, that means that this story can change at any moment. It can literally change right now by you consciously deciding to see yourself differently. And this is something that I've been practicing actually because I see myself as a healthy man. I see myself as a wealthy man. I see myself as an inspired man. I see myself as a happy man. And that's the only thing that you have to change because how you see yourself is what is creating who you are. How you see yourself is creating who you think that you are because your perception is creation. At any moment we can create ourselves anew, and it's not something that we have to struggle with. It's only changing the way that you see yourself. And what makes this really easy to do is when you really understand that what you see is not you. You're not attached to what you see because most of these stories, even though we've been telling them for years and years and years, once you wake up to those stories can never be you and you're the seer and the seer can't be seen, that's when everything begins to get fluid. Because you're not stuck to one story, you're not stuck to one way of being, you're not stuck to seeing yourself one way because you know that it's impossible. You've just been seeing the same story over and over and over and over and over and you think that story is you. That's impossible. You're just seeing the story. And so if you can remember this through your days, through your weeks, and through your months, and every moment, just see how you're being in the world. When you're sitting alone, pay attention to how you see yourself because how you see yourself is creating yourself. It's not you out there, it's how you see yourself. And when that changes, everything changes. And that's what I want to share today. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you around. Much love. Peace.